There's been a lot of discussion recently about the issues of fires and forest management and climate change. And no matter what your view on the reasons for climate change is real. It's been happening for thousands of years. How much of an impact human activity has in that climate change, I personally do not know. But I do know every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So the fact that humanity exists means it will have some impact on the climate. And the fact that 7 billion of us exist and drive cars and want electricity and burn wood and all the various things humans do, of course, of their lifetimes, the combined total of that must have some impact on the climate. Figuring out exactly what that is and which part of that is a natural part of evolution and which part of that is an unnatural act on humanity is as much a philosophical question as it is a scientific one. Scientists can give the philosophers data and information, but ultimately, that's a philosophical question. But what isn't a philosophical question is if we have known for decades that climate change is real and that forests and grasslands and droughts were in our future, why are we not better prepared? Why don't we have fire access roads built? Why don't we have pre-made fire breaks? Why don't we have more helicopters available? Why have we been spending money on a high-speed rail project that has done nothing but add to climate change when we could have been spending those resources on mitigating the effects of climate change? We're doing ourselves a disservice. We want to focus on living cleaner, and great, I'm all for it. But we have to accept the reality. California is a small state just amongst a dirty world. We can only do so much on our own. So we have to mitigate. We have to work at finding the solutions to keep these problems from becoming these big, massive disasters that have taken lives, livelihoods, communities. We deserve better from our leaders. They point out these problems, but they don't offer practical solutions to mitigate them. Our Governor Newsom went out and acted all angry that we haven't done enough on climate change. Well, guess what? You haven't done enough to mitigate the effects. We spend a lot of money. Where does it go? What is it doing? We're spending it on boondoggle projects that make people feel good, but don't actually do very much. We need difficult, long conversations about science, philosophy. Where do we draw the line? What's the return on not just financial investment, but community investment, time, resources? Which way do we focus our attention on? Living cleaner, mitigating problems. There's no simple solution, and anybody who tells you there is selling something. It's time we demand better discussions. It's time we demand stop trying to win an ideological argument and solve problems. In a few weeks, you'll have your ballots and you'll have a choice. It's the old mindset versus a new mindset. It is that simple. Thank you for your time. Good night, and love everybody.